Major news here. Saudi Arabia's crown prince looking to invest $600 billion in the United States over the next 4 years. This after speaking with President Trump following his inauguration.
And it's not clear yet if Trump's call with the crown prince was his first with a foreign leader since re-entering the White House. The crown prince is also reportedly speaking with the newest Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, today. Joining us now, Pete Sepp, the president of the National Taxpayers Union, and David Hebert with the American Institute for Economic Research. Gentlemen, welcome. Thanks for coming on today. Okay, Pete, we'll start with you. This major investment into the United States coming from Saudi Arabia. What do you make of it? What kind of impact could this have?
Well, it's great news. It reflects confidence in foreign investors that the American economy is on its way up. The challenge here is they have to deliver with good policy from Washington, D.C. That means rapidly approving the expansion and extension of the 2017 tax cut law. There were 3 parts in that law under the strange acronyms GILTI, BEAT, and FDII that pertain to the interaction between foreign and domestic taxes. Some members of Congress want to tinker with that. They need to be very careful. The second thing that needs to happen is getting our federal deficit and debt under control. That is key to future investor confidence. Secretary designee Bessent, well, he has said that he wants to get deficits down to 3% of gross domestic product. I think Bessent's goal is a good one, and that would do a lot to show that we're getting our fiscal house in order and encourage more investment like the one we're hearing about from the Saudis.
Yeah, it's not the only multi-billion-dollar investments coming into the United States when Trump is coming into office. We've heard from several foreign businessmen investing several billions of dollars into the United States in some form. Meantime, President Trump revoking some job offers. Listen to this one. That includes federal job offers accepted before Monday with a start date that's after February 8th. Again, they wanted to pause hiring. They're revoking some of these. If you started on February 8th or after, that job no longer exists. I'll go to David Hebert on that.
Yeah, so this is a wonderful change that we see. If we look at the BLS reports from the last several months, a lot of the job growth that was reported wasn't in the private sector, it was in the public government sector. Government jobs are not productive jobs for the American economy. And so what I think President Trump is signaling here is that we're going to see an end of this era of hiring more and more people to the federal government. This is a great thing. It ends up being a reduction in cronyism and a return to the American entrepreneur of job opportunities for real economic growth.
Speaking of those government jobs, we're learning that the agencies must now report monthly on job offers, hiring, departures, and headcount. I mean, Pete, this doesn't seem so unusual. You'd like to check in and get a status update. Why hasn't this been happening all along?
Yeah, that's Management 101 in the private sector. And it's really important to remember here, this is not the end of the world that the federal employee unions are saying it is. It's a 90-day order. It doesn't apply to national security or public safety employees, which, depending on how you count it, could amount to about 70% of the federal workforce anyway. Plus, we're having to deal with all of the contractors in the federal workforce, which number probably twice as many as the actual employed workforce in the federal government. So this is just the beginning of trying to get a handle on out of control employment and hiring practices and rationalizing the process. It's not the end of the world. It's the beginning of something better.
There you go. Pete Sepp, David Hebert, thank you, gentlemen. We appreciate that.
My pleasure.
You're either with us